Following on from the interview, Rosemary's asked me if I want to do some exercises with her to demonstrate the kinds of things she does in her leadership training with people who come out to the lodge. The first one of the exercises is going to look at exploring personal space and demonstrating that personal space, yours and that of other people, is a physical thing. This is a preliminary exercise before interacting with the horses to help me understand my own personal space so that I can really see it as being something tangible.
What I'd like you to do, Ali, is if you stand there.
Here?
Yep. I'm going to go over here. And I'm just going to start approaching you. Okay, so. And you're not going to say anything, I'm just going to be aware of what you may or may not do. Do you feel I could come any closer? No. Okay, so what I would do now, tell me what you're feeling.
I felt like you were coming towards me and I felt like I was ready to receive you.
Yeah.
It felt quite positive, and then you stopped and I kind of felt like that was sort of something that was interrupted.
Right.
And then I felt it was a bit threatening. Okay. And I felt a little bit wary then.
Okay, so what I noticed with you is that you blinked. This is why I stopped, and you seem to hold a little bit of tension in your body. So this is completely unconscious.
Yes, I'm sure. Yes.
Okay, it's completely unconscious, and so so my stopping was about just honouring that space in you. It wasn't supposed to be threatening.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. I mean, that's okay. That's how you experienced it. But
yes.
You know, I experienced, and this is perfect because this is how things get misunderstood between people, isn't it? How body language gets misunderstood. I read something in you that I thought, oh, I better just stop and respect that this big space.
This is really interesting, actually, because I have had quite a few people give me feedback that I'm approachable, but almost that they should keep a space around me, which is really fascinating to me because I don't have a big personal space. I'm quite happy for people to get right up close to me. So I'm obviously putting out something.
Yeah. Well, you know,
so
it's
interesting.
just a learning, and people are quite often surprised about how far away it is because they think it's up. You know, they think it's here.
Yes.
But really, on that energetic level, it can, especially when you're first getting to know someone or getting to know a horse, it's actually can be further away than you think it is.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to now do something else.
Right, yep,
and then I'm going to, so I'm going to walk around this bubble. So I'm going to start walking around here.
And do you want me to look at you, or?
I want you just to do whatever you feel like you need to do. Okay, so you turned and you looked.
Yeah. Now what?
Okay, so you do whatever you think you need to do with whatever I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, let's just break down that. So tell me what that was like.
What was that like? So you were walking around. I kind of felt like you're doing your thing.
Yep.
It's not really my concern. You're doing your thing over there. But then when you stopped, I think it was curiosity. What's going on? What's she stopping for?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though I was sort of out of your eye range, you sense I stopped.
Yes.
See, so you see how this works?
Yes.
You didn't even see me stop, but you sensed I stopped.
Yes.
You sense something, and this is great because this is what we need to trust.
Yes.
this sense of, oh, is something happening? And then not go, oh no, it's just my imagination.
Yes.
You want to, that's the beauty of this. You know, you can really sense that something is happening.
Yes.
And to trust it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So the next exercise, Rosemary's given me the task of choosing a horse. She's got 19 horses here at the lodge. So I've done that. I've chosen my horse. He's called Bailey. I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't interacted with horses since I was a child. And she's given me the job of picking up its back leg without any kind of instruction. She's also asked me on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being really freaked out and 1 being totally relaxed, how I feel about this. Okay, so I'm feeling, I was on a 2. I'm like feeling, it's always a bit more anxious when you stop and wait for something. But he seems really happy, he seems quite chilled, so I'm gonna go in and say hello. You do have nice eyes, you do. Oh, but he doesn't really like me very much. I definitely don't have 2 eyes. Look, hey, what do you reckon? So I'm going to go on in. I should just go straight on in. I'm going to go on in and pick up your foot. Now I feel worried. Okay. Nah. Although he didn't give that too much authority. No idea how to get you to do that. Yeah, I don't know. So, talking it through, I've tried something that obviously hasn't worked. I've come in and I'm assuming that he's going to do something for me when he's like, whatever,
Yeah. So what does it feel like not to have been able to do that?
I think probably I went in underselling myself right before I even stepped in. I kind of went in thinking, oh, I have no idea how to do this. And also sort of almost cancelling my ability to do it before I'd even stepped in, I think, because the intention was, well, I don't really know. I'm just going to, she's asked me to do this, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to do it, but not really actually thinking that I was going to be successful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you like to have another go and set your intention?
Okay. And I don't get any instructions again?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm going to set my intention then.
Okay.
Okay. Well, he did it for me. I think that's just a fantastic example of intention. This next exercise, Rosemary's given me a rope and she's asked me to use it like a tail to draw my personal space and use it as a tool to really own my space and feel that space, take up space around me. So she's asked me to just walk wherever I want to and not look directly at the horse, but just have a sense of when I'm getting his attention. And when I'm getting his attention, my instruction is to take a deep breath out and turn slightly sideways onto the horse. So she calls this giving the horse your small side.
When you notice him noticing you,
Yep.
I want you to stop and take that breath back and breathe out. Step back, show him your small side and breathe out.
Okay.
Okay, so you just have a play. This is about playing. This is you
Okay.
having a play with your energy and his energy.
Okay.
So the first thing you want to do is just walk around and own your space.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do that, and I've got my tail, so I'm going to try and create energy, own my space.
Own your space. I think it's really lovely if you set the intention. I'm owning my space.
Okay.
This is very powerful words to say. I am owning my space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am owning my space.
So, Ali, did you just notice what happened there?
Yes,
What happened?
well, he looked
Yeah.
and then he went back to grazing.
What did you do?
I stopped and took a breath.
I just want to share with you, he took a step towards you.
Did he?
Yes,
Oh, interesting.
yes. I just
very
wanted you to become aware of that, because that's what he did.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Interesting. Should I carry on?
Yeah, you carry
Yeah.
on. Use your energy on a scale of 1 to 10 now. So 1 is you're nearly asleep, and 10 is that you're really, really running around and yee-hawing around the round pen. So just see how much energy now you need to use to actually have him notice you. And
So
as soon as he notices you, I want you to stop and take that step backwards. Take a step backwards. Okay, so just 1 step's all you need.
Should I stay here with him? Or,
What do you feel like doing? What do you want to do?
um,
Because that was quite a change of state, wasn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's really wonderful, actually. I felt really powerful and really confident. And it felt really good to have him come, but just, it wasn't anything, it was his choice. He wanted to come, he wanted to follow and see what was going on. He was drawn to that,
Yeah.
which was a really good feeling.
So all you did was own your space.
Yes.
You actually didn't really direct anything towards him. All you did is own your space. And you can see how powerful that is in a workplace if you can walk into a room and own your space.
Yes. That people are actually going to be drawn
Yeah.
to that,
Yeah.
that energy. Yes. And you can feel it, if you're thinking and you have that awareness about the energy, you can feel it build. Let me try it without and I'll see
Sure.
if it's more difficult or
Yeah.
whether...
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Please share the experience.
That's I think when you do it the first time with the rope, you have that sensation of, making it tangible. So that it was much easier going out. I think it would have been much harder the first time
Yeah.
with that, doing that, but then you've got a sort of sensation of what it feels like. So I tried to keep the sensation and that sort of idea and that sense of that, visualizing that bubble and feeling sort of big, but not in a dominating big way, but just confident.
And your timing was great because you suddenly noticed him noticing you, and you stopped, and then he took a breath out and he came over.
Yes.
So you made yourself available to him. You didn't, you became the person that he wanted to be with, rather than someone who was maybe walking around with their energy level high. I mean, I think we've all been experienced people with very high energy. They're actually quite difficult to be around a lot of the time.
Yep.
So this is why being with a horse in this way, and he's very, very sensitive, this particular horse is very sensitive, they're almost like, it's like a temperature gauge. How much energy do I need to bring to this? And you didn't have to bring much, but with another horse you might have to bring a lot more. But so it enables you to play with how much energy do I need with this horse, or with this person, or with this situation, or whatever. Because you don't need to expend any more energy than you need to.
Yes. It's almost, I think we've sort of, we've been conditioned to learn one way of power and influence. And it's almost, I think when I stepped inside here, it's a bit like having to unlearn that.
Totally.
Because I think actually if you think, when you stopped, and if I think of like, if I was the horse, and actually how I responded was actually the opposite to how Bailey responded, because I said, "Oh, now you're a threat," and it's almost like we've been conditioned to actually work in that dominant, submissive. So we do recognize things rather than recognizing that as a, what Bailey said, something we're influenced by and we want to approach.
Yeah.
We've got the opposite, which is a wariness and anxiety around that. It's almost. So this is almost, I feel now, it's like unlearning things that I've learnt, which is, that's, and like I keep going back to this, but it's immediate. It's absolutely
immediate. You know if you've got it right, and you know if you've haven't got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So really, really powerful.
So now you've established this with him, I want you just to carry on walking around, and your intention is you're going to invite him to come with you.
Okay.
So just do whatever just take that time to take that intention, and then in your whole demeanour, I want you to carry on walking like a leader, but having him choosing to follow you. So remember what I did to you when you didn't give me two eyes when I was walking around your bubble. So carry on walking around his bubble with the intention that you're putting some energy towards his bubble. You see he's looking to where she is. Keep walking around. There you go. Take a step back. Okay, let's just increase your energy level a little bit more. Do something a little bit more energetic. There you go, walk backwards, walk backwards, walk backwards. Good, now continue to walk. There you go. So change direction, go a bit faster, get slower, stop, start. So now walk a little bit faster, like you're really late for a meeting. You're really late. That's it, now stop and go the other way, quickly, that's it. It's like you're just taking the lead, you're just going where you want to go, and you have the expectation that he's going to follow you. You make it interesting for him. That's the way. Have some fun. Okay. Say what that was like.
I think it was really interesting because when I was trying to get him to move initially, I did feel like going around the back, but I think it comes back to that, that intuition that you override with thinking. And I thought, no.
So what was your thinking about that?
The intuition was to go behind.
Yeah. And what was your thinking about why you didn't?
I overrode that with something logical. I don't know what that was, but there was a process that had the intuition, and then the thinking was, no, don't do that, was, stay in front. Which is, I think, classic, you need to be in front to lead. Which again comes back to that idea of you can lead from the back or from the side. But in traditional thinking, and even though it's sort of imprinted on us, even though sometimes we don't realise we can say one thing, but actually we still have that conditioning. So that sort of really occurred to me, and then I think it seemed really easy. It seemed very relaxed and very easy, and it was quite peaceful as well. There was no anxiety. On both sides, it felt very relaxed. Oh, and so I think I was concentrating on being really calm and thinking about my space. So I think I was sort of concentrating quite hard, but it was great when you said just relax, and that was kind of, it gave me permission to say, actually it doesn't need to be serious and heavy and difficult, I can still be relaxed. So it's that idea that you know, it's not that you have to be, it has to be a serious thing. Calm is not necessarily, you know.
Calm is not necessarily serious.
No. Wow, this was a truly amazing experience. I just don't think I've experienced anything like it, and I've come away feeling, well, changed in some way, I think. I actually work in this space, but it's blown me away. I feel like interacting with the horse in this way has really deepened my learning, and Rosemary's invited me back, so I'm really looking forward to coming back and maybe bringing a few more people with me and doing a few more of the exercises.